Welcome back, everybody. We are on the pay to win account today, and I am going to show you guys a champion that you can build that can help you solo Spider 20. Now, I will say you probably need a couple support champions, but if you can hit these thresholds, it would transcend your Spider team if you are kind of stuck on the lower levels. For the longest time, I was stuck on Spider 10, and I had no idea what to build, no idea how to continue to push forward, because I know getting those banners and rings and amulets are like super important. So shout out to Burrito Slayer, Kurzad, and Fez for helping me build this champion. They all gave me a lot of good input, and here we are. We are talking about no other than Artak. Now, Artak is insane for a lot of aspects of the game, and I'm going to get a couple more videos showing you him doing other things, but today we're going to focus solely on Spider. Now, as you see, some of this gear is looking a little daunting. A lot of you guys are like, well, I don't have six-piece gear and I don't have all of this, but the stats that I rolled on these aren't anything crazy. Accuracy, speed, speed, accuracy. Again, double flat attack and one accuracy roll. Like, none of this is crazy. Multiple rolls here. But as you see, anything that has accuracy on it, I threw this on there. Anything that has accuracy, no matter what the rolls were, I put it on here. So these are the stats that I shot for. So recently, I will say this, before you're going to see that I have 280 accuracy. The number you want to shoot for is 200, and the reason mine is so high is that after I built Artak and grinded Spider, I was lucky enough to pull an accuracy banner for Orcs. So if you already have this, is going to help a lot. This gives me 78 accuracy. So as you guys see, if you take away the 78, I was around 202 for the accuracy. So you want at least 200 accuracy. The crit damage for Spider does not matter. All of your damage is coming from accuracy, so you don't really care about the crit damage as much. You want your crit rate to be 100. I can only do 99. It's good enough for me. Outside of that, you want your speed to be around 200. So you want 200 speed, 200 accuracy, 100% crit rate. Outside of that, my defense is around 2,000 and my HP is around 50k. Now, it used to be a little lower than this, but it is up to 50k now. And when I get better gear, I will obviously throw it on them, but this is all it is. And I think you could easily do it with 40k HP. You could easily do it with less accuracy, but I think you want to shoot for 200 accuracy, 200 speed, 100% crit rate, and then as much HP as possible. But all of his damage is going to be coming from his HP burns. Now we're going to go through his passives, not passives, go through his skill sets. And as you see, I don't have any blessings or anything, which could help. But let's go through his kit and see why he is so good. So we're going to go through the A1. You have a 35% chance to extend the duration of any HP debuff on the target by 1 turn. This move is fine, but it's not really going to matter because all of his damage is going to come from his A3 and A2. So let's go to his A3. This attack, once you attack, you have about 100% chance to place an HP debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Now you will restore your destroyed max HP by 10% for each turn, and then you heal for each one that's blocked or resisted. Again, all we care about is you're landing all the HP burns. After that, you're going to go to your A2. You attack all enemies, and before attacking, you instantly activate any HP burn debuffs on each enemy. Now, this is really good because I believe, what is there, like 7 spiders, little spiders, and then the big one. Maybe there's a little more, it could be off. But if you put HP burn on all of them, they're all going to attack you, and each spider that attacks, even the little ones, will chunk down the big spider. And once they chunk that down, they're going to have about 1 turn of HP burn left. You're going to attack with this, you're going to activate all of them, and it usually procs, I'd say, between 1.5 to 1.6 million damage. And you just want, once you do that twice, you just win. And that's why this is so good. So here, whenever HP burn is activated, you destroy this champion's max HP, and that's why on the A3 you restore it. But after it stacks up to 50, or once it's stacking, you get extra damage, crit damage, and defense, speed, and resistance. So you get an extra 50% damage, crit damage, and defense, and then you get about an extra 100% for about speed and resistance, which is insane at max stats. So we're going to go through, we're going to run Spider about once or twice and show you guys why he is so good and how much damage they do. So we're going to go over here to Spider 20. And like I said, I was stuck here at Spider 10 and I could not push past it. But because of this, I have been able to push all the way to Spider 20. Now, I will say you might get a little trouble with Spider 19. Stage 19 was actually hard. I had to run it multiple times with multiple different champions. But once I beat it, Stage 20 is infinitely easier, and you can tell by the time. So I'm going to show you guys the team I've used. So I have UDK, which is a free login champ. Rathalos and Artak are also free login champs. UDK has given us all that extra defense, which I think is important for this, just to stay alive. UDK is in there to take all the poisons and take all the damage. Artak is obviously in there for all the HP burns. Rathalos is only in there because he does more damage for HP burns. That's pretty much it. I think Rathalos ends up doing about 1 million or so, maybe 1.4 million depending. And outside of that, Doom Priest is there just to heal every turn with an increased attack. And Ancora, she is there to, as a reviver, she can revive UDK in case he goes down. If everything goes wrong, we can at least revive our target. And then she has a debuff removal and shields. And then obviously UDK also has shields and continuous heals. And this is it. So I have a preset set up. I'm going to show you one with preset, one with that I can run full auto and one without. No one, I don't touch any presets until here. I want him to open up with his A3 and I want him to use his A2. That's it. That's all we do. So I'm just going to hit start. You guys are going to see it on auto. So Encore is the fastest. She's going to throw the shields up. Artak's going to put all the HP burns on everyone. And as you see, every single spider has HP burns. Now, if you watch closely when the spiders attack, do you see the big spider's HP is getting chunked down? So there's that. UDK attacks. Now, boom, look at that. 1.5 million damage off of that. That's why that's so huge. Now, when the spider heals, UDK is going to heal because of his passive. And that's pretty much why I'm using UDK. He's just so easy to keep alive. Now, I will say sometimes it unsyncs the abilities. So I'm going to take auto off just to see if it did. So it did not. So here's the HP burns again. I mean, just look at the spider's damage, taking 166k every time one of the little spiders attacks. Boom, we Dogs of War, another big chunk of damage. And there it is. GG's, we already won. And that's pretty much it. And as you guys saw, UDK did die, but it's not the biggest of deals. I believe Vancouver can just revive him on the turn, which he does. Boom, just like that. Rathalos attacks. The HP burns are set, so the spider's literally going to die, just like that. And as you guys see, it did about a minute 16 seconds. And as you see, about 1 million damage on Rathalos, about 10 million damage on Artak. So Artak literally soloed it himself. I mean, the 1 million damage helps. That's why I have Rathalos in there. But we're going to run it one more time just to see the consistency of it. Because it does unsync sometimes where he won't Dogs of War right after he does his HP burns, which you will lose a lot of damage for it. But you do still win because the HP burn damage is insane. And as you see, I mean, just look at all this chunks of damage we're getting. It's insane. So we're going to attack. Dogs of War, 1.6 million. And I believe sometimes we get a cooldown reduction. And if we get the cooldown reduction on Artak, that's when it unsyncs, when he gets that little bit of cooldown reduction. It kind of messes his stats up a little bit. But as you see here, we just let it run on auto. The best we've done was 44 seconds. Here's the HP burn. And then as you see, all the spiders are going to chunk down. And I believe Artak pretty much one-shots it from there. And that's it. So if you guys have these champions, and as you see, again, Spider 20, 50 seconds there. And we're never in any trouble of losing, ever. As you guys see, they never even made it past UDK. And I have seen this where UDK does die, and then they attack Rathalos, which is fine. As long as they're not attacking Artak, that's all that matters. So I got DK in there, Rathalos in there. As long as Artak's alive and can get off his HP burns and Dogs of War, you will easily clear Spider. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'm going to collect all these juicy rewards real quick. get my 4-star chicken. And I mean, that's all I got for you guys today. So if you guys are struggling with Spider and you have Artak and Rathalos and UDK and maybe a really good healer or something along those lines, then maybe you can build this Spider 20 team. So I hope this has helped you guys, and I hope this helps you on your journey to clearing Spider 20. But as always, guys, until next time, Senpai out.